Hello and welcome to the first episode of my new series, Lag City. This is a series about me and my adventures on a Java-based server with a terrible internet connection. I have never really been able to play on servers or realms of any kind, but I recently got a new form of internet connection and it's still very terrible, but I can actually play on servers, kind of. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm sure that you can tell by now that this is not a brand new world. There's been a couple other people playing on this server for a little while now, but I'm finally able to join and play with them. They've already done quite a bit on the server and I'm not sure what that is yet, so let's go take a look around. One of the perks to using Java is Optifine. I have very rarely used Optifine, let alone Optifine Zoom, and this is really drifty. This is really weird. Coming from Bedrock, this feels like I'm slipping on ice. Like that's the only feel I can explain it with. But enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and explore this little starter area. Over here, I'm gonna call this Farm Island. There's been a couple farms built up on this little area. I can see a couple bee farms, an iron farm, and I think there's some old school redstone wheat farms. So at least we know we won't starve to death. But Monkeyatso also left us a little goodie box somewhere over here. I think it's this one. He said it was right on the edge. Wow, that is a goodie box. Probably won't use the shield too often, but I hear they're kinda OP in Java. But now that we know we can grab a few of our essential resources from this island, I think we're gonna head across the lake and explore the rest of this area. I do have a little bit of a confession. I did play a little bit on this server when I was trying to connect. It was only for 5-minute increments over a course of a week before I decided it wasn't worth it to even try anymore. I did manage to build a few things on this server. The house you see in front of us, as well as the orange, black, and copper bridge that we see to our left. Both of those are my handiwork, and they've been on the server for a long time. Monkeyatso actually commandeered the house we see in front of us, and it is now a zombie villager purification chamber. I'm not even sure what to call it, but it's his now. And I have a few other plans that I want to accomplish on this world, so we're gonna be working towards those. Up here we've got our nether portal and a zombie purification area. I probably won't be touching villagers in this series. Java villagers are kinda complicated and I have no idea how they work. I am gonna take a look inside though, because I am kinda curious. I have no idea what this is. I'm not gonna touch anything. Over here, I think is the villager breeder. Yeah, kinda small. And I'm pretty sure over here past Monkeyatso's house is the villager trading hall. Yeah. I know he plans on filling up this entire area with villagers. I think mostly librarians, but I'm pretty sure he wants to get farmers and some other stuff as well. It looks like Monkeyatso is trying to get a beacon. Maybe we'll steal that later on for a few projects. I don't actually think that I can fight the Wither with my lagged state. We'll just have to see. Now that we've got a basic lay of the land, I'm going to explore a little bit further out from this area and try and find a place to set up shop. I'm looking for a relatively flat place. I do plan on doing a lot of terraforming with the project that's putzing around inside my brain. But honestly, I just really hate savanna biomes. These are like my least favorite biome and it seems like they're everywhere. A plains biome, not that bad. I could settle here. It's a little far out. I would like to stay a little bit closer to the central hub area and stick closer to everybody else on the server, but I'm definitely gonna remember this area. Let's keep looking though. Or not? Oh no, my rockets. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna walk back. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to walk back. I've been flying around for a bit and I haven't really figured out any place that I would like to set up camp. I'm thinking the water outside of this starter area, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm gonna have a look under the water and see if there's anything that I like or don't like about it. But for now, I think I'm just gonna brainstorm. I've been having a pretty good think about what I'm gonna build and where, and I do think I'm gonna build it in the water. I think that I'm gonna try something a little new and build an underwater city. I've always wanted to build a large modern city, and I've been watching a lot of Adventure Time recently, and that whole post-apocalyptic thing that Adventure Time has going for it has really piqued my interest, and I want to build something inspired by it. So we're gonna build an abandoned city underneath the water, just like I've seen in Adventure Time. But before we get into that, our stowaway here wants some help with some redstone contraptions. So we're gonna hop over to the villager trading hall and give him a hand. And here we see a Monkeyatso in his natural habitat, deep in thought, thinking about the melon and pumpkin farm he's about to build. Honestly though, what he did is kind of crazy. He dug a colossal hole right in the center of this villager trading hall. And he did this all in one day. What a mad lad. With no beacon, he stole that one like 2 seconds ago. This guy's crazy. I think his idea for this area is to have quite a few farms in this little area. I think at minimum 4, but I'm not entirely sure. Apparently Monkeyatso and I both did a dumb. We didn't actually think this through. We don't have melons or pumpkins. So he and I are gonna fly in 2 totally different directions and look for some melon and pumpkins. I think I'm gonna go towards the savanna biome. I'm pretty sure I saw some pumpkins flying around out there. Huh. This is 100% due to my internet connection. I'm sure of it. This is crazy though. I'm just floating here. This is buggier than bedrock. I can't stop, I can't move, I can't fly. I am totally lagging out in this space. I have no idea what to do. There is no beacon and it feels like I've got double jump. So it's been about a day since I was on the server. I disconnected right after I started bouncing around, and I wasn't actually able to get back on the server until the next day. And in that time, Monkeyatso has made a bit of progress on this farm. He's actually got it all up and running. I just need to go around and hoe up the dirt and get it ready for some planting. He decided about halfway through that he's not gonna take it all the way up to the top and save a bit of room for some more redstone if he ever wants to add it. I think he also plans on putting some sugarcane and bamboo farms in this area as well. And like that, the melon and pumpkin farm is finished, for the most part. And now I can actually start work on some of my own projects. Since we're building underwater, we're gonna need a few potions, like potions of night vision and potions of water breathing. For the potions of water breathing, we're gonna need pufferfish. So it looks like I'm going fishing. Wow, this is boring. Let's make a farm. This fishy little AFK farm was not designed by me. This is a Java AFK fish farm for 1.18. I followed a tutorial for it. Java is not in my realm of expertise, so all the farms that I build in the Java version are gonna be all from a tutorial. When it comes to game mechanics in Java, I really don't know anything. A lot of the redstone is still redstone, so I'll be able to figure most of that out. But when it comes to the way mobs and entities behave in this game, I really got nothing. It's so foreign compared to Bedrock. It's honestly a little frustrating how different the 2 versions of Minecraft actually are. No farm is the same, and not even the villager trades are the same. There are so many little differences with Java and Bedrock. A great example is the way that this farm works. Java, unlike Bedrock, has kind of a built-in auto clicker. To get this to function right, you're gonna need to click F3, then T, while holding down your right-click mouse button. This will flash the Mojang logo just like this, and then you'll have an auto clicker, as long as you don't click your right mouse button again. I did a fair bit of AFKing at that little fish farm. I've also moved all of my stuff over to a little cliffside outlooking the sea. And that's gonna be our home base for a little bit. But now we're gonna take a quick little break from our AFK fishing and go out to the end. I know I said the end, and this is the nether, but Monkeyatso's gotta show us the way to get to the end. They've got a fairly complex system of tunnels and bridges going through the nether, and I don't quite know where I'm going. Oh, I guess right here. This should take us right into the end portal room. I know Monkeyatso really likes to have his nether portals right in front of the end portal. Yeah, this is about what I imagined. Right now we're actually going to the end to heal up some of my tools. Apparently they've built an ender render out here, and this is something I've always wanted to build, but I've never actually used, and I'm kind of curious about it. This is where they get all of their EXP. Unlike Bedrock, Java has an enchantment called Sweeping Edge, and honestly, it's kind of overpowered. You swing your sword once and it kills all the mobs. It's a little intense. Really useful though. But now that we know where this is, I'm gonna come out here quite a bit and use this to get a bunch of levels and maybe get some more enchantments on my armor. Because right now I have none. Look at that. None. I've been cutting through these Endermen like crazy. I've been out here for at least an hour and I'm only at 53 levels. I'm honestly a little underwhelmed with the XP gathering in Java. It seems like it's really slow and really low. So I think I'm gonna have to play around with a few different types of farms in this Java world and see which one works for me. But for now, we're gonna go back to the overworld and enchant some armor. I stayed out there for a little bit longer than I anticipated. I ended up getting about 90 levels and it took forever. And now it's time to waste all that experience on some armor. I'm not going to be making the best armor set yet, just because I don't have the resources, the books, or the experience to even attempt it yet. Mungiatso here is going to be giving me a few different books that he has, mostly the important ones like mending, protection, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I'm going to have to trade for myself and not abuse his generosity. A few of the enchantments that I would like to get but can't: Respiration, Aqua Affinity, all of the underwater type ones. Those are really going to help us when we start building our base. We're going to be spending a lot of time underwater. You guys may have noticed that I started carrying a Totem of Undying when we went into the Nether. Well, another buddy on the server has been working on this raid farm, and there's been a few Totems of Undying scattered throughout the chests in the world, and I honestly just helped myself. Yeah, that's right, I took it. I didn't want to die, and I thought it was worth it. Oh, why am I dying? Why am I dying? Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what that was. Well, I'm gonna get out of this death trap. Either way, he's just about got this raid farm finished. It is now fully operational. He's just adding the storage system. So now we can basically get all the emeralds and all the Totems of Undying we need. Which is perfect, because I'm probably going to be dying a lot. So now that we have a safety net, let's do something a little risky. Let's raid some cities. I need shulker boxes and a lot of shulker boxes. I am very poor in this world and I don't like it. I need emeralds galore and shulker boxes out the wazoo. And that is why we're here. One of the quickest and easiest ways to get rich on a server is through end raiding. Lots of armor, lots of resources, and lots of shulker boxes. And of course, the oh so wonderful elytra. I would like to grab some backups just in case I die and lose it, which, considering the lag in this world, seems pretty likely. But even if I do die out here, I still have some chance of getting my stuff back. I actually came out here to raid a few cities with Mungiatso, and like every good raid party, we are going to split the loot once we're done. We actually made a little bit of a deal where I'm going to get majority of the shulker boxes and he's going to get majority of the elytra. He and a few others have already raided a lot of the cities out here, so he does have a pretty good stockpile of elytra already, but he has way more shulker boxes than me, and that's something I sorely need right now. Despite coming out here for pretty much only shulker boxes, we decided not to try and take on the shulker box tubes. We just don't have the armor for it, and I am lagging so bad when I get into one of those things. So Mungiatso and I decided that it is way more trouble than it's worth, and we're just gonna ignore him for now. Maybe in the future when we have better armor, better weapons, and maybe a more stable internet connection, we can come back and truly raid these cities for everything they're worth. Well, we made it back from the end in one piece, but unfortunately it seems the server is telling me to leave. The lag is tremendous today, and it really just does not want me here. So I think we're gonna listen to the server and call it an episode right here. We did a lot today, a kind of crazy amount to fit in here, but now we got a punch list of our own and we should really start checking off some of those boxes. So I hope to see you guys back here for the next episode. Oh. Well, I guess that's it. I hope you guys had a fun time watching. I had a fun time filming. And as always, my name is Red Skies, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, I hope you stick around. I've got a lot of content, including a whole other series on Bedrock. That one's a little different than this, but if you're at all curious, feel free to check it out.